Hi Shogi fans, how are you doing? It's Hidech. One of the viewers pointed out that I have made as many as 100 Shogi videos so far, and I didn't realize that at all until he tells me that. I started making these videos in September last year, and it's been about half a year, and 100 is a really large number. I'm pretty surprised at it myself. So, this is going to be the 6th video of Saginomiya's attack, and finally in this video we're going to see White's strongest defense strategy against Black's rapid attack. Now in the videos so far, we've been looking at first to pawn 60 here, and after that we've gone into pawn to 5d, and we've learned how Black can make a successful attack against it. So what we're going to learn today is not these pawn pushes, but it's this, the strongest move made by White is lance to 1b as early as here. So first of all, we have to learn that oblique climbing 0 strategy doesn't work against this defense either. So let's just check it out. I'm gonna go really quick. So pawn sack and silver develops. Pawn to 3f, silver goes up. You all already know these lines, right? So bishop trade here, and bishop to 7g. But here, because the 60 square is open, we can drop a bishop to here, attacking the rook, and this position is thought to be good for White. So the simple oblique climbing 0 doesn't work here. Okay, so after lance to 1b, let's try the Saginomiya's attack, and to do that, Black has to move the rook here to 3h, not moving his goal to 6h upward. So what is Black playing here is the New-Saginomiya's attack. Alright, so now basically there are 3 options for Black here, and of course those 3 are these pawn pushes and also silver to 4c. And if he moves the 5th file pawn here, this position is exactly same as the one we've covered in previous video, so let's not go into that. So let's take a look at what happens after White moves the silver to 4c, which is a natural move trying to defend the 3rd file. And well, to tell you the conclusion, this Saginomiya's attack will work against this piece structure, and I'm going to show you why. So pawn sack here and silver develops, pawn to 4e, bishop trade, silver goes up, knight leaps over to 2e, pawn drop, rook to 3b, and although the lance has already moved to 1b, going away from bishop's attack, we can try the same tactic we've learned before, and that is a rook to 3f. And as we've learned before, the best move here for White is bishop to 60, but in this case, the pawn on 5d isn't pushed here, so Black actually has this tactic, bishop to 1a, threatening a pawn promotion to 3c. So White plays gold to 4b, and then look at this. Black can push this pawn to 5e, blocking White's bishop. So White's counterattack has failed, and Black is doing pretty good here. Alright, so 0 to 4c. After Black has moved the rook, this move doesn't work for White. So actually what we're going to focus on in this video is this move. It's pawn to 60, and well, after all, this combination pawn to 60 and lance 1b is the strongest defense deployment of White against Saginomiya's attack. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the basic Saginomiya's attack. Pawn to 3e and silver to 4f doesn't work against this deployment, and the reason is after pawn to 4e, bishop trade, and White will take with the silver, so silver to 3e, but here White will push this pawn to 4f, and what he's trying to do here is he has opened this diagonal in order to drop his bishop to here in the next move and create a powerful horse to 5d. And this strategy is possible only when the 5th file pawn is not pushed and silver was waiting on 3b, not going to 4c. So if Black simply takes with the silver or with a pawn, Yeah, white will drop a bishop to 2g. Rook will run. But look at this powerful horse. Black can drop a pawn to here, but silver comes over to 4d. Black takes it, but white drops a pawn before he takes the silver. Rook to 2g, and he takes the silver. And this horse is too powerful, and white is better here. And also here, when white has pushed the fourth file pawn, black has an option of ignoring it and drop a pawn to 3d. And if white runs, black will get satisfied with it and just take this pawn. But white will ignore that too, and he promotes this pawn here. And if black simply takes it, maybe silver to 4d, and maybe a little bit good for white. Black can also keep ignoring white's attack and take this silver. Well, but obviously white's attack is faster here. Black will take the rook, but you see this attack is really powerful. Now black has to take the goal here, but white's faster. Oh, but white has to be careful how to approach the king. Dropping a goal to here may not be the best one. The king can escape this way, and it's a bit difficult to approach, so the best move here is goal drop to 7i. So this time the king can't go to this way. It's gonna be checked by a bishop, so he'll go to 8h. Now what's the best move for white here? Well, in order to make a faster attack than this attack on 6a, he has to make a threat mate here. And a good way to make a threat mate here is this drop, bishop to 6h. And you see it's a threat mate after gold takes the knight. If he takes it, this bishop promotion. If he runs, knight check and checkmate. So this bishop drop is a really good one. Now the best black can do is drop bishop to here. So gold to 8i, king takes. And you see this bishop is preventing this checkmate from bishop promotion to 7i. But promoted pawn can go there. And if the king goes this way, this move is gonna be a threat mate. And even if black takes it, another threat mate, and it's brink mate and it's all over. And if the king goes this way, gold drop. If he goes this way, checkmate by this move. Black doesn't have a low valuable pieces to block, so lance drop. And take it all. Checkmate. So king should go to this way, but brinkmate. So it's a win for white. So the normal Saginomiya's attack line doesn't work against this combination here of pawn to 60 and lance 1b. Alright, and moreover, all of other countermeasures that was possible for black at this kind of situation doesn't work either for this defense. And what I mean by those options are these. One is pawn to 6f, block the bishop's diagonal from black's side. But you see, white's 6-file pawn is already pushed, so he doesn't push back the 6-file pawn here, and he can just open his bishop's diagonal from his side. And black doesn't have a good way to attack here. White's bishop is really mobile, so pawn to 6f doesn't work. And the other one we've covered in previous videos is this, pawn to 3e, and recapture it by the rook. You see, because the silver is still staying in 3b, I've told you this attack would be pretty good. But there's a difference in the position from the one we've learned before, and that is white's pawn structure on the 5th and 6th file. And you see, if the 5th file pawn is here and 6th file pawn is here, we've learned that this attack works. And the reason is this diagonal is open, is the 5c square, so there's gonna be this bishop drop from black's side in the future. And if you look over the previous video carefully, you'll see this bishop drop is essential to the Jouseki line where black brings the game into good position for him. But what we're gonna see now is this position and the pawn structure is different. And you see the 5c square is closed, so that bishop drop won't be an effective one. So actually, this attack of rook to 3e doesn't work either against this white's defense. So after all, at this position, with this combination of pawn to 60 and lance 1b, black doesn't have a good way to attack. Now it seems black's in a trouble, but there's something that black can do here. And you know what that is? Yeah, you're right. Now black can move this goal to 6h upward. And yes, waiting for white to make another move. Right now, white basically has only two options. Pawn to 5d and pawn to 4c. Oh, sorry, silver to 4c. And if he plays pawn to 5d, you can make a normal Saginomiya's attack like this. And you see, after silver goes to 3e, white can't make a horse to here on 5d. And bishop drop to 60 is also unavailable. So black is doing pretty well. And also, from here, if white plays silver to 4c, our normal defense moved to protect the third file. Well, although the lance has already moved out of bishop's diagonal, you see this critical square 60 is unavailable for white. So he can drop a bishop to 60, and that means this normal Saginomiya's line will work for black. But well, there's gonna be a small difference from the line we've learned because of differences in these piece structures, and it's pretty interesting. So let me show you here. And the best move here was rook to 3f, right? Oh, don't adopt this line here, bishop drop. You know it's not gonna work, right? The lance is already moved out of the bishop's diagonal, so you should play rook to 3f. So now he can drop a bishop to 60, but alright, he has a bishop dropped on 4i, and I've told you this bishop drop is also a good one. But in some of the previous video, when the pawn structure was like this, I've told you the best move here is rook to 2f. But interestingly enough, that's not the case for this piece structure which we're seeing now, because if we go ahead with the line we already know, like this, what will make this same tactic here a really cool silver drop? Well, once again, this pawn, this bishop's diagonal is not open, which prevents black from making an effective attack with his bishop drop along this diagonal. So it's going to be a little bit better for white compared to when the pawn structure was in the other way. So actually, when white has dropped the bishop to 4i, the best move for black is to drop his bishop to here on 1h, defending the 2g square. Well, in one of the previous videos, I told you this bishop drop is not a very good one, because then white can abandon his the bishop here, and he can drop the gold to here on 2h, attacking the bishop. But that's not the case with this position because of this pawn structure here. Well, the reason is now black can sacrifice this pawn here, and you see the 5e square is available for black's bishop drop. Now it's forking the rook and the gold. So in Shogi, the slightest difference is sometimes a big difference. So now white will have to take this bishop, but black's not going to recapture it. He takes this rook, and gold will take the lance, and it's obviously good for black. So you see, this is how black can make it a good game for him. Because this bishop doesn't work, nor can he drop a bishop to 60. Oh, and by the way, there was one other option, bishop drop to 2h, yeah, which we already know is not a good move. But actually, there's going to be a slight difference in this line too. We've learned this move, right? Knight to 3g, and bishop takes the lance, and you can drop a knight here. Well, this line is still good, but maybe, once again, the fact that this bishop's diagonal is closed by this pawn gives a little bit of a good point for white. So in this case, maybe you should choose the other option, which we've already seen in previous video. Bishop drop to 1a, gold to 4b, and then move the rook to 2f. And well, if we go on with the same line here, well, once again, there's a slight difference in the following line, and it's pretty interesting. Lance drop, silver takes it, pawn takes, and rook captures, and then rook to 3d. And here, I told you in other videos that simply promoting the rook to here is a pretty good move. It's attacking the gold, so you can take the lance first. But in this case, you have much better move here, which is made possible by this difference in the pawn structure, and that is rook to 2c promote. Well, you don't attack the gold here. And well, the meaning of this move is if white promotes the rook here, you see, black can drop a lance to here, and white's in a big trouble. He can take this knight, but dragon trade, and this rook fork. So black's winning. So when you promoted the rook to 2h, white can promote it to 3h. But what if white just move his gold to 5b here? And if you take the lance here, it's going to be the same thing, right? And that's not the point here. Well, if he moves the gold here, because this pawn is not pushed, black has this knight dropped in 5e attacking the silver. And you see this silver can't run, of course, because the rook's gonna fall. Let's say he drops the silver to here. But well, if so, now black can simply take the lance here. Well, the rook cannot promote yet. This lance skewer. And well, now this silver can run. But maybe pawn to 3c. I don't know. And black's doing pretty good. Alright, so basically that will be it for Saginomiya Jouseki. So after white has made this strongest defense deployment, black should now move the gold here and wait for another move. And to tell you the truth, white has a really interesting countermeasure here, and that is pawn to 1d. Yeah, black waits for white to make another move like this gold move and wants to force white to make one of these moves. So what white's trying to do here is he's trying to keep the same deployment that is thought to be the strongest defense. So this pawn push is a pretty interesting one. But the meaning of this pawn push is not only that he's waiting. Actually, this is a really deliberate move which has a good reason behind, and it's sort of a preparation that takes effect long moves after. And if I were to tell you a little bit more, if black waits here too by pawn push, suddenly black's Saginomiya's attack won't work anymore. That's really interesting, right? So I think I'll talk about this line after pawn to 1d in other video if I have a chance to later on. Alright, so finally that's all for this lesson. Hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you next time.